Hey guys, I was just gonna talk to you guys today a little bit about binge eating because I've had a few requests from clients and friends, and I feel like it's something that I'm becoming more and more passionate about in the industry. So I'm gonna talk to you today a little bit about binge eating. I'm gonna try my best not to edit the video because I don't know, I just feel like I want to be as raw as possible, but I also don't want to ramble, so I'm going to try really hard to stay on topic. So, and these are all my experiences with binge eating, so I'm not claiming to be any sort of professional on the topic, but I do feel like I've experienced it enough that I can talk a little bit about it. So that's my disclaimer. I'm not saying that I know everything about binge eating and what I say is the right thing or anything like that. So just take everything I say with a grain of salt, and if it can help you, great. So I will say, from my experiences with binge eating, I've gotten really good, not really good, I shouldn't say that. I've gotten better at recognizing what the triggers are. So for me, it happens when I'm not getting enough of a certain macronutrient. So if you think about people who go on diets for an extended period of time and then afterwards they binge. So usually they're cutting out a certain macronutrient. Usually it's either carbs or fats. So if I'm not getting enough carbs, my body's gonna tell me after a certain period of restriction, like, okay, we need carbs because like we need carbs to live or to have energy. And so that's why sometimes after doing a certain restriction of a certain type of macronutrient, that you will binge because your body's trying to survive. So for example, after Bali, we went to Bali and I was pretty much just eating fats because I was trying keto and there was hardly any protein sources there. So I was trying to follow what I could with the diet. And so after, when we got home from Bali, I just ended up binging on carbs because I hadn't had carbs in a while. So I binged on carbs and then you rebound, of course. Another thing is also your emotional state. So for me, I know if I'm feeling anxious about something or I'm feeling stressed, then I will binge on anything, really. It could be anything, this like cereal, peanut butter, of course. It's usually, I've binged on protein even, just chicken, just crushing chicken. And it's usually because I'm bored or I'm stressed or I'm overthinking. So I will sit there and contemplate on all of the things that I have to do in the day or things that are stressing me out. Gotta do this, gotta do that. And so instead of doing them, I will almost distract myself with food. It's so strange. So that's another trigger for me is emotional. So if I'm stressed or anxious, or some people say when they're depressed they binge. I don't really think that I do. Mine's more anxious. So if I'm feeling anxious about something, then I'll do it. The other thing I was gonna say is that there are a lot of girls out there that feel like they're the only ones that binge. I'm the first, not the first, but I will be the first to admit that I for sure have totally eaten things and then hid the wrappers, or I'll be embarrassed because I'm like, oh my God, I want to eat that whole thing. And so I'll kind of like pick at it and then go back and then pick at it again and hope that no one's really noticing. And so when it comes to binging, like, I just hope that you guys can understand that you're not the only ones out there. And when I talk about if it fits your macros, I talk about it because it's helped me. Has it saved me? Has it told, like my binging's gone? No. But has it helped? Yes. And the reason why it's helped is because I'm not cutting foods out of my life. I'm not cutting sugar out of my life. I'm not cutting fat out of my life. I'm not cutting carbs out of my life. Because when you restrict, you're just going to end up wanting those things again, from my experience. So if I cut something out, then you feel like you're being deprived and then you just want to have it again. So that's why for me, if it fits your macros, helps, because a lot of the times we feel like in order to get the results that we want, we need to cut something out completely. And so your mind, unfortunately, doesn't work that way, and it's going to remind you of what you haven't had. And so for me, I will make a conscious effort every day to have something that I like personally enjoy. So I love peanut butter, so I'll make sure that I have peanut butter in my day, or even if it's like a little bit of ice cream or something like that, just because the longer that I deprive myself of it, the more I'm going to want to binge on it later. So when you're dealing with binging issues, trying to incorporate those foods into your life, even if it's a small amount, just to kind of ease your mind and ease your cravings, has really helped me. So I'm trying to keep it as short as possible. If you guys want me to discuss a little more on this topic, let me know. And for all you girls out there who have inquired about my services and that are enjoying your experiences with me, I'm so proud of you guys. And honestly, hearing your guys' successes and having your little messages every day just telling me how you had this and that and you didn't feel deprived and you feel great, honestly, that makes my day. And thank you so much for sending me those messages. Take care, guys, and once again, let me know if you want to talk about anything else. Bye. I'm back. I also wanted to say, if you struggle with binge eating, do not be afraid to talk to somebody about it. Just to tell them. Like I have clients, and I've done it myself, where I contact a coach or a friend, anybody, and just say like, this is what I did. Because sometimes that helps, because the more that you push it away and the more that you hide it, the more it's going to eat you up inside and you're just going to feel bad about it. So if you can talk to somebody about it, that helps a lot too, especially if it's a professional in the industry, somebody who specializes in emotional eating. So I hope this helped. Accepting your body in all shapes and sizes and reminding yourself that your body is for you, not against you, is something so important to remember. It's trying to protect you and take care of you. So for all of you girls who are currently on a reverse, I'm totally with you. Each day is going to be different, and sometimes it's going to be a struggle to accept yourself heavier than you were before. But the important thing is to remember that sometimes you're not always naked. You are wearing clothes, which sometimes I need to remind myself, like, okay, my goal is no longer to step on stage in a bikini and have people judge me based on my current physique. So remember what your goal is. If it's to reverse, if it's to conquer binge eating, then focus every day on that goal and take care of yourselves.